Wow, what a special gift it was that Lucida gave to Jesus. You know, it was a gift from her heart. And when we give from our hearts, it's just such a show of love, isn't it? You know, I'm really blessed today. Up the front here is a gift that I received one Christmas. It's my nativity set. And it was a gift from my Oma. She knitted it for me. And it was when I was living with her. And so every time I went out to life group or out with friends or what have you, she would sit at home and knit furiously. And as soon as my car came down the drive, she would hide it away so that I couldn't see. And it was a real gift of love that she made for me. And it's something that I've treasured. This nativity has travelled the world with me. It's lived in Singapore and India, as well as New Zealand. And I am just so grateful for that gift of love. You know, sometimes we get gifts that are so unexpected. I wasn't expecting this gift, but they just touch a place in you, and it's something that you can really connect with, and it means so much. Sometimes it's just a simple card where somebody might write some words that reflect what you're really feeling in your heart at that time. Sometimes it might be a grand gesture like a nativity knitted in love. Sometimes it might just be a small gift of a candle or something to light our spirits at that time. But at this time, I'd actually like you to have a little think about some gifts that you might have been given, and just have a chat to your neighbour about those gifts and why those gifts were so special to you. Wow. Wow. It sounds like there are some great gifts out there. There must be some really good gift givers. And I think also probably some people who've really loved. Gosh, I wish I could actually have heard all of those stories, because it just seems like there's a lot of love out there. And maybe come and tell me later, because I really want to hear about some of these great gifts that you've received. It really does warm our hearts when we think about the gifts that we've been given and the things that have been given in love. And you know, it's really hard to come into Christmas and not think about Jesus as that ultimate gift that we received from him, from God, and just how amazing it is that we can receive that love. And I was thinking on love, and the prayer that we said as we lit the Advent candle this morning really reminded me of 1 Corinthians 13, where it talks about love. And this is what it says there. It says, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes. Love always perseveres, love never fails. And just, how amazing that is. I coincidentally sat at dinner just this Monday night with a group of people here from church, and our conversation turned to this exact verse without, any, I guess it was just a little bit of divine intervention, because the people I was sitting at the table with, they shared that they'd been reflecting on this verse, and just how God's love can't be consumed. True love can't be consumed. We use the word love so often in our lives. Oh, I love this pizza. Then we eat it up, and then the pizza's gone. Did we love the pizza, or did we just think it was delicious? Yeah. And so, God's love, we can't consume it. We can't use up God's love for us. We can't, it never runs out. It never fails. It is constantly there. God's love for us is so huge and immense. And if it could be consumed, it would be less precious. We really want to see that love in our lives. Jesus came to earth as an act of love. And we all know John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him will not perish, but have eternal life. This Christmas, it's easy to get caught up in the consumerism of Christmas, to buy the presents, to eat all of the delicious food, to do all of the good things. But the real core of our Christmas message is love, that God so loved the world that he sent his son down to us as a little precious baby, that we might be able to come into relationship with God. It's simple, but it's love. And if we are wanting to know what true love looks like, we can easily just change this verse. And we can read, if we put Jesus in there instead of love, we see Jesus is patient. Jesus is kind. Jesus does not envy. He does not boast. He is not proud. Jesus does not dishonor others. Jesus is not self-seeking. He is not easily angered. He keeps no records of wrongs. Jesus does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. Jesus always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Jesus never fails. His love never fails. And I couldn't do that with my own name. There is no way that I could put my name in there and that would be a representation of me. But as Christians, what we are called to do is to grow more and more into our likeness of Jesus, and to grow more and more in love with him, and more like him. And this Christmas, as we see all of the consumerism around us, as we see people consuming things that may not make their life better, it might make it good for a minute, we want to point them to Jesus. We want them to point them to God's love. I want to encourage you in the busyness of this season to stop and spend time with Jesus, to sit in his love, but then also to look at how you can go out into the world and show Jesus' love to others. It might be as simple as our FBI team a couple of weeks ago went down to the rest home and we gave out cookies. You could choose to go and give cookies to your neighbours, just give a little bit of cheer, spend some time with them, and share a little bit about what Christmas means to you. It could be those that gave selflessly, without mention or note, to our Christmas of Hampers Appeal, who gave to people in our community who needed Jesus this season. And it could be that maybe you choose to invite somebody into your home that you know is lonely this Christmas, someone who doesn't have anywhere to go. Be hospitable. Share Jesus with those that you meet and those that are around you. Share his love that is patient and kind, that does not envy and does not boast, is not proud. It does not dishonor others, and is not self-seeking. that love that is always protective, always trusting, always hopes, always preserves, and that love that never fails. This morning we heard the story of the poinsettia and how Lucida had her heart to give a gift for Jesus. This season, maybe your gift for Jesus is to love the people around you. In a moment, I just want to invite you to take some time to sit in Jesus' love and just reflect on the goodness, the things that he has given you. And then I'd like you to come up to one of the nativities. There's one at the front and one at the back of the church. And just take a poinsettia. There are some poinsettia flowers that Sandra has lovingly made for everyone. And if you could just take one of those poinsettias home to remind you of that love that Jesus gave to you that then you can give to others. So I'm just going to ask the sound techs to play some music, and I'd just like you to sit in this quiet and in this place and just think about Jesus' love for you and what that means and how you can love others in the next few weeks leading up to Christmas.